my mother-in-law came in. She said to me, "Uyajabula usuzowambulala umntana."
Yo.
I'm an orphan. I've got no one to fight for me.
Yo.
But that day, I told him to say, he was your son, but he is my husband. I have every right now. I felt the organs switching. Now I was at war. 2023, the entire year, I didn't mourn my husband. I was just busy fighting.
Yo.
I've been through the most. Been through the most.
Hola, Fam. Thobela, Sanbonani, Dumelang, Absheni, Ciao, Obrigado. No, that's guys, she tried. Comment down below. We love it when you guys teach us how to say hi in your language. Moro. That's another one. Please teach us how to say hi in your language so we can shout you out. And thank you so much for posting your flags. We see you, global, international, gang. Absolutely love it. That's how we do it right here. You never watch an episode without commenting down below. As I say, it's really my favorite section to read your comments. We want to know what you think. And of course, if you have been through the most, please send us an email. The email address is down below. We also are available on our different social media platforms. Please go and interact and like and share. Today, we have another story, Millicent. But before that, where else can they listen to the episode? You can listen to us on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. I know a lot of people enjoy listening to the podcast while they're driving, especially when you're driving long distances. Spare that hour and listen to an incredible story by an incredible guest. And likewise, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. It's absolutely free. And please don't skip the ads. All right, so today's guest, where do I even begin? This woman has been through the most, right? But I love her tenacity. I love her strength. I love her courage. I love her work ethic. And I love that she's built herself a brand. She's a reality superstar. She's an author. She's a businesswoman. She's an incredible woman of God, a pastor, recently ordained pastor. And today she is sitting on the hot seat, returning for the third time on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pastor Phume Sibisi Khethang.
In Kenya, they say asante.
Asante.
Sanbonan.
Hello. So good to have you. Actually, during the
gorgeous.
week.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's just give her a compliment because
Thank you
what
so
do you
much.
even mean, girl?
Thank you so much.
She looks amazing, right? Never disappoints, especially on the fashion. But during the week, we're actually having a conversation, right, Fam? Because she sent me screenshots of her previous episodes on the show and how incredibly well they do. Your story is something else. For those who don't know who you are, can you give us a brief introduction of who you are?
I don't know where to start. I am Phume Sibisi Khethang. Some call me pastor, some they call me mom, some they call me grandma, some they call me a TV personality, and I am an author of a book called A Tear of a Zulu Widow.
And that's
who I
a
am.
mouthful. That title is a mouthful. Hey, that tear is like deep. And also just looking at the cover, I was just saying now that, you know, the picture tells 1,000 words because you can literally feel the emotion through it. And it's so special because a friend took that picture on the day. It's very raw. It's not like a photo shoot. No.
No.
Wow. The realness of that,
Actually,
right?
didn't think
We don't do
about
photo
that.
shoot for such because it has to be speaking to somebody that is going through that pain. So once it's photo shoot, there are no emotions there. It's just the acting. So it had to be the emotions of that day, of the grief, of the mourning that I was going through at that time.
Wow. Yeah, okay. No, take us through your story. I mean, obviously, we are your friends. We know your story. And some people know, people who follow you, they know your story because you're quite open. You share it on different platforms. You are changing lives. Not only are you preaching on the pulpit, but you're changing lives through telling your own story. I mean, you don't look like anything you've been through.
Yeah,
Because you look so fabulous, girl.
Thank you
but
so
I know
much.
you've been through, quite a bit.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Sissy, are you sure about that? How many hours do you have? No, guys, I have been through a lot. Like, honestly, I've been through a lot. I am a skin cancer survivor. I have survived 4 miscarriages. I have lost a son. I'm an orphan. I'm a widow. I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And by his grace, I'm still standing. Because he said, I will stand with you. I am with you. So he is still with me. So whatever that has happened to me, I was collecting the testimony so that I can come here and speak to the masses to say, you are not alone. I've gone through it. I got up. So you can still get up.
Yo. And I know because we're together on a reality show, and you were one of the stars on the show, and we witnessed you and your husband on the show. And I remember the one season that I was not part of, you had it was a wedding anniversary, more of a renewal of vows on the show. Can you tell us a bit about the journey with your husband, your love story, how you met?
The goat. I called him the goat. I met the goat. It was 2011, June 16, in Guatemala, a pub called the Bahamas. Not the Bahamas as the resort.
Yes.
The pub called the Bahamas. We went there to celebrate June 16, and I met the guy. And when he walked in with his friends, I was seated with my friends, and all my friends, they said, don't even look at him. And remember, I was coming from divorce. I was divorced, so I had no one for 2 years. And when he walked in, all the guys, there were 6 of them, all of them, they walked in by one, and they were all handsome men. So when he walked in, the last one, I was like, oh, that's my type. Ooh. So everybody was like, forget. He is very, very pompous. He's not even going to come and speak to you, especially when you are seated with us. So I was like, oh, okay, stuff him. It's okay. But my heart was with him. And apparently was saying the same thing to his people. To say, Uma Vetane, I don't know her. Who is she? It's Elisha. She's new in the wood. Who is she? And then, like, I'm going to marry her. They're like, you don't even know her. Then he came across and he asked me for my number. I said, I don't have a phone. He got up, he looked at me, he said, you're lost. He walked away. My heart
You said you don't have a phone, girl. Why?
I wanted to be special. I wanted to be a girl. You know, I wanted to be in demand.
Just a girl.
He walked away. And a friend of mine jumped, like, what did you say to him? I said, no, he asked for my number. And I said, I don't have a phone. She was like, are you mad? Do you know who he is? I was like, okay. She went to him. She gave him my number. 6 months down the line, we were talking marriage. The following year, it was a traditional wedding. And we were married for 11 years when he passed away.
Ah,
Wow. Yeah.
and you had a beautiful marriage. You did.
I had the best. And when we had our, I think it was season 2, Pastor's Wife reality show, where we had our white wedding, because we never had a white wedding. And the reason of us not having a white wedding, my mom passed away a week before our wedding. So we decided not to celebrate. We said, no, let's take it slow, and then we're going to do it. And 10 years, we did our white wedding.
Wow.
That was witnessed by all South Africans. Actually, globally, they witnessed our 10th year anniversary.
That is so special. Yeah. And life took a turn. Yeah.
Yeah. When we did that, I think it was in March in 2022, not knowing that by the end of 2022, I'll have a new name being called a widow. We had that, and in July, while he was preaching, he was sick. You can see that he's sick, but I did not know what is happening. But you can see he was itching. He was very irritable. And off the pulpit, we went home. We got home. He slept the whole time. On a Monday, I said to him, let's go to the hospital. But something was just saying to me, he is not well. And please mark this, July is the 7th month. It was on the 4th. Took him to hospital. He was admitted. The doctor said, no, we just want to check him. He could be exhausted or anything. Because we're in the middle of shooting season 3. So he was admitted. A week later, he was discharged. On a Friday, the Sunday, we were driving to Mpumalanga to shoot season 3, the finale. We went, I left him, he was okay. While I was shooting, I got a call to say he's been readmitted. And I came back home, he was sick. Now I can't see him. The person that walked in on his own, because he drove himself to the hospital.
Yes.
Now I can't see him. And I was like, this is not right. There's something wrong. And they said, when we met with the doctors, they said, his vital were dead. How did he drive himself? So he said, you don't know my God. And when they put him on a wheelchair and all that, I was like, why on the wheelchair? This man drove himself. They're like, no, what we are reading as doctors, we cannot allow him now to walk himself because it's going to be a danger to us or to the hospital. We can be sued. Then he was admitted, high care. I came back the following day. I can't see him. I have to see him through the glasses. What's happening? They're like, no, his heart is failing. Where is his medication for the heart? I'm like, he has never taken a medication for the heart. He has never diagnosed. So we don't know this heart problem. That was a month, the whole month of July. And each time he's in hospital, is either he's on bed 7, he's on ward 7, he's on the 7th floor.
In the 7th month.
So I'm starting to like, okay. Then he was, in August, he was moved to high care now. But now he can't move, He's not sick, if I may say. He's not in pain, if you're looking at him. But they are saying his heart is failing him, so he cannot go anywhere. He was not even allowed to leave his bed. Eventually, on his left leg, it developed the sores, obviously, because he's not moving.
Yes.
Then they had to scrap it. He had about 9 surgeries on that leg. That is a month of August. And after that, he just went back. After the operations, he went back. Now he's sick. Now he's in pain. He went back to ICU for like a week or 2 weeks, I can't remember. Then he was moved to a normal ward. Now it's in October. No, now it's in September. Normal ward, is starting walking now, he's doing everything now, he's eating.
He's recovering well.
Yes, everything is doing very, very well. Then, second week of October, he was moved to a rehab because now he's out of danger. He knows how to take care of his heart, he knows what to eat and all that. I am in hospital every day. In the morning before I go to work, during lunchtime, in the evening, I'm there every time. Church, after church, before church, my life just revolved around him. In October, then he was moved to a rehab center for 2 weeks. On the day he was discharged, on the 23rd of October, he phoned me. He said, when you come to church, come running. I've got good news to tell you. Like, cool. After church, I ran. Like he asked, I didn't even go home to change and everything. I went straight to the hospital. I went to his room. Remember, when you're in a rehab, it's like you're in a hotel, but in the hospital.
Okay.
I got in there, he's not there. So I'm asking the sisters, where is he? Because normally he will then go and sit in the garden, goes to the gym and things like that. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's in the garden. I went and looked, I don't see him. I come back, ask the nurses, where is he? They're like, oh, sorry, ma'am, he's gone to ICU. We took him to ICU. Why you took him to ICU? He's been sitting here for 2 weeks. Why ICU? Then she said to me, no, we suspected that he overworked himself at the gym this morning. So his heart was pumping fast. So we just want to make sure. It's just for precautions. I go to ICU again. His bed 7. Now this bed 7, it's now like a private ward. I asked him, what are you doing here? He says, no, I'm tired. I think I overworked myself. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I got into bed. We watched soccer.
Oh, cute.
We were watching
Cute
soccer.
sights,
Yeah,
ma'am.
we were watching soccer.
Cuddling.
And then it started raining. I'm scared of the rain.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why?
I can't drive in the rain.
Oh, so then you had to stay a little bit longer.
So I stayed a little bit. Around about 9, he says to me, go home. Go home and change and come back. So I'm like, okay. Home is not far, it's about 7 minutes away from the hospital.
Oh, okay.
I went home, changed into... But now he has told me already that he's been discharged. This is on the
Okay.
23rd of October.
Okay.
To say, tomorrow when you come in, bring me the tracksuit, the grey Lacoste
going.
tracksuit, my sneakers. I want to leave this place in style. And my husband was a man of style.
Yes.
My husband
Both
was
of you.
Alela. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get home, I'm telling the kids, hey, he's coming back tomorrow. He even gives me the message to say, I must tell our builder
Yeah.
to come on Saturday because we had cement that has been like laying there for quite some time.
Yeah.
So he said, please tell Uputimtu to come through so that he's going to spread that cement across the yard because we're not going to use it to build anymore.
Okay.
It's used, I mean, it's damaged.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Tell the kids that he's coming back home tomorrow and. I go back to hospital, said around about 11, he said, no, go home. Then we're going to pray at 12. So at 12 o'clock, Bobby calls, we pray, everything, I'm going to see you tomorrow. This is Sunday. 6 o'clock in the morning, he doesn't call for the morning devotion. He doesn't call. And it was my son's Tabo's slot.
Okay. Yeah.
So Tabo says, Umatala doesn't call me. So he called Utabo Masaka, and Utabo called him Matala. Tabo says, Umatala is not answering the phone. So let's continue. I'm like, no, let's call him. We call him, he doesn't answer. Around about quarter past, he joins. He says, no, guys, sorry, I fell asleep. So we pray. I'm like, I'm going to see you in an hour, but I'm going to drop these things off and rush to the office to drop everything. Then I will see you when I come back. He's like, cool. Then Gampela, I do everything. I pack everything that he asked for. I drive to the hospital. Go to the hospital. Around about 20 past, 7:30, the doctors are still doing the rounds. So obviously, you are not allowed to speak to the patient while the doctors are doing the round. But I can see him through the glass of his room. He waves, I see his legs, he waves the doctor, I wave to the doctor. I leave the parcel with the nurses, the clothes, to say, let me quickly rush to Centtwinz, and then I'll come back. I have to drop some documents at the office. They say, sharp. I leave. On my way, hey man, you know there's this call that will come in, and you can just feel it. Sure. There is something wrong with it. And it was not saved as the hospital number.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Called the first time, I didn't answer. Called the second time, I didn't answer. The third time, I answered. And the lady said to me, Mrs. Khethang? I said, yes. And then she says, I'm excited. The mood is like on high. She says to me, wherever you are, please turn around and come back to the hospital.
And you just left.
I'm like, why? She says, please. So I was like, should I call anyone? Must I come alone? She says, please, wherever you are, drive back. I made a U-turn. While I'm making a U-turn, I went on my period instantly.
Like nerves?
Yes, instantly. Drove to the hospital, got there, went to ICU. The doors in ICU were open. We all know that always in ICU, doors, they're always closed. But when I went there, the doors were open. And I see our family doctor rushing down. And I call him, I'm like, hey, doctor. He's like, I'm coming back. But he's leaving as I'm entering ICU. I went there, and then I'm about to approach the nurse's station. I don't know what they call it. And then the nurse comes, says, no, Mrs. Khethang, please come and sit here. She ushers me to a room, like a lounge. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I wonder why I'm sitting there. And then she says, no, the doctor is coming. So I'm thinking, oh, the family doctor is coming. I just saw him now. A white doctor that I saw in the morning comes. He sits down with me, and he says to me, how are you, Mrs. Khethang? I'm like, I'm good. And he says to me, unfortunately, your husband is gone. Your husband was a good man. He doesn't give me a chance. Your husband was a good man. Your husband was a fighter. He fought a good fight. I'm like, why are you talking about my husband in the past? What do you mean he was? He said, because he's gone. So I'm like, he's gone where? And me being always playful.
Like innocently, you just like.
And I'm playful. I'm like, go away. My husband is not going anywhere. He's going with me. I'm here to take him home. He says, he's gone. He passed away at 8:30 this morning. I'm like, what do you mean he passed away? My husband cannot be gone, cannot be dead.
Like I spoke to
He says,
him today.
unfortunately, he is gone. So the nurse is standing here. She's got a glass with her in her hand. She says to me, and then she goes down on my knees and then she brushes my knees. Then she says it in Sesotho, because she knew my husband, they grew up together. She says to me, "Me Khethang, ntate Khethang o tsamaile. Ke re o tsamaile o ile kae? A re o ile ho ntate." He is no longer. O hloahetse. I'm like, what? And when she said that, I think I needed a venek.
Yes.
When she said that, I thought to myself, it can't be. I said, but this morning, I
just
spoke
saw
to you.
him.
I gave you this. And then she says, he had a massive heart attack. While the doctor was telling him how to take care of himself now. Because remember now he was diagnosed with a heart problem. Now he was limping when he walked.
Okay.
Because obviously of the leg that has been operated on so many times. So I'm like, my husband was well. What do you mean? I said, no, he's gone. I then phoned my brother-in-law, his elder brother. He came like as fast as, and he was in Alberton and we're in Springs, but the way I don't know how he did it. I phoned the pastors, the bishop at my church, at our church. Then I phoned my mother-in-law. She came in, everybody came in. When I say everyone was there. Talking journalists, I don't know how they hid, I don't know, but everyone was there. And my mother-in-law came in. And when she came in, I was still seated because I'm waiting for the elderly people to come and tell me what to do. I have never been a widow. I don't know how to do anything. And I don't want to break the protocol. Because my family is not here in Johannesburg. Everyone is at KZN. Or even if I do have in Johannesburg, they far. She walked in. She went straight to me. She said to me, "Uyajabula usuzowambulala umntana."
There's no way.
I will never forget those words. Never.
Like you are mourning. Did you not have a good relationship now? Like why would she say something like that?
I had a relationship. I had a very good relationship with my in-laws, the entire family, until my father-in-law passed away in 2015.
Okay.
I think the entire family then remembered that I was not their daughter. I was not their blood. So it means, for me, it meant that the father-in-law was the glue to the family.
Okay.
And when she said that, I remember I looked at her because she was standing. I looked at her and I remembered that I'm an orphan. I've got no one to fight for me. Right now, my uncles, my aunts are not here. Even my children, they're not here right now. It's only me, myself, and I. I called upon the Holy Spirit. I said, Father, cover me now. I got up. I said to my brother-in-law, "NgesiXhosa bathi ngabhinqa." kwaba lento ukuthi awungazi ngibhinqe ngantoni.
Yeah.
Ngabopha ukhalo lwami. I wiped my tears. I said to my brother-in-law, please show me where he is. And my mother-in-law is like, I'm gonna go first. In 11 years in that family, I've never spoke bad or back
To her.
to my mother-in-law. But that day, I told her to say, he was your son, but he is my husband. I have every right now. And then she tried to pull me. I looked at her. I said, you're not going to touch me. You're not going to lay your hands on me. I lost the respect in that moment.
So you waited for the family to go see him.
Yes.
And then when they were there,
Yes.
they didn't want you to go see him first.
Yes. I waited
And
for
you were
her.
like, it's not happening.
I
No.
waited for her. She lives, as I mentioned, I live like 7 minutes away from the hospital. She lives about I'll say 10.
Yeah.
But people that they were coming from Centurion,
I remember you said they got there before.
they got there before her. My brother-in-law was coming from Alberton. So everybody got there before her. She got there around about 10. And this happened at 8:30. I went in where he was laying. He looked so cute. It was if he's going to wake up. I said to him, you lied to me. You promised me you're coming home. We had plans. Now you're gone. Do me one favor. Do not listen to anyone. If there is something that, or people believing that you can hear me, I'm telling you now, do not listen to anyone besides your God. Don't listen to anyone. But I want to tell you that you failed me. Because you gave me a promise last night that you're coming home. But again, I believe as a Christian that you are healed now. You are gone home. The real home. You are at peace. And I hope you are at peace.
And he is.
I asked my brother-in-law, I called my friends. We started calling for the morgues and everything. Everything was done. It's gone. They took him to the morgue. They said, okay, fine, we will come at home. Tsipinoto was the best, I must say. They came home that afternoon. We went home with mother-in-law, my brother-in-law. When we got home, my mother-in-law said, we are not going to bury my son here. I said, what do you mean here? He said, at this house. I said, but he lived here. This is his home. He bought this land. He built this cottage for us to live in it.
Yes.
So what do you mean he's not going to live? He's not going to be buried, or he's not going to, everything's going to be here. We're not going to sit here. She said, because your house is too small. I said, the same house that the reality show was shot at. So everybody knows this house. I am not ashamed of where I'm from. He was never ashamed. So why now, when he's now no longer?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
All of a sudden. I was married to this man. He paid lobola. He did traditionally, by God, by everything, by law. So why must he be removed? That was the last I saw of her. Because I said no. And I said no without my family being there. And I phoned my family. I told them. And by the time they arrived, the both families were waiting for war. Let's be honest. I didn't see her on Monday. I didn't see her on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, because it was announced that it's going to be a day of everyone coming to pay their last respect to me, to the family. And it was packed with the most well-known pastors, people. And she came with a truck to say she's coming to collect her furniture or the clothes and everything that belonged to her son.
When people were there. Like, aren't you mourning at this point? Why are we having
mourning.
a truck and you legally married to this man? Why?
I was mourning. And when she said that, can I be honest with you? I'm Zulu. mixed with colored. So can you imagine the mixer,
Hey.
the masala, the stew? When she said that,
Sister.
I felt the organs switching. And I was reminded that the person that made me to respect you is gone. Besides God, that we are umama. Besides this man, I owe you no respect because you don't show me none. I got up. Luckily, my family was there.
Oh,
I got up. I opened the cupboards, like the wardrobe, to say,
take it.
take it. And I wanted to see if she's going to take it. I said, take it. Now I was at war. I said, yeah, take it. So my aunt said to her, I just want to find out something. If you're saying you want the clothes, what are you going to do with the clothes? Because you don't have another son. What are you going to do with the clothes that belong to him? Let's leave alone that he's whatever, but what are you going to do? And then she said, in his clothes, in my son's clothes, there were clothes from his father because culturally they divide clothes. So she said, but now tell me something. The clothes that belong to your husband, which is his father, was given to him, right? She said, yes,
So you're taking it back.
as a gift. So who are you going to give it to now?
Yes.
Because the father is late,
Yeah.
the son is late. There's only one son that is left. He's got his own share. So what are you going to do? And then my uncle asked her, I remember saying to her, excuse me, saying to her, so if now, let's say if this gentleman, the older brother, passes away, are you going to do the same thing? You're going to go and collect the clothes from her husband, from his wife, or you're only doing it to this one? He said, no, I'm doing it to this one.
Sure.
They're like, but why? There was no answer. There was never an answer. Eventually, now the church is starting in the tent because there's a tent, a big tent. Pastors are there, everybody's there. So now I can't be sitting and having this argument here when there are people, they've wasted their money, their time to come and comfort me, and I'm busy fighting. I got up, I left. I went to the church, and everybody else came to the church. We sat there, and everybody could see that we are not talking, we are fighting. Everybody, it was written all over. It was obvious. We couldn't hide it because we just came out of
These
a
are
very
real
steamy,
emotions.
yes. Then after church, she left. Saturday, Thursday, there was nothing. Not heard from her. They never contributed nothing. All the three sisters and the mom.
Sure.
Everything I did with the older
What
brother.
do you mean?
They contributed nothing, not even a pack of sugar. Nothing.
So the entire funeral proceedings, from the prayers to the actual, nothing. You were alone
I was with the brother-in-law.
with the brother-in-law, yeah.
I was with only my mother-in-law only on Tuesday to go and choose the casket. But again, we were not talking. We were in different cars.
So on the day of the funeral, were you...
Friday, remember they collect the body and then they took the body to the family home. Then she came because my family said, you are going to come. They forced it. So you are going to come and you're going to wait with the body until the morning. We're not going to be...
Yeah.
Then Saturday, around about 3 o'clock in the morning, she left. There at the funeral, she came, she stood outside of my yard. She didn't come into the house.
Outside the yard.
Outside of the yard. We had cars, funeral, black funeral, we've got family cars, and we had plenty of those. She didn't use any of those. They had their own. Got to the cemetery, they did their own. They didn't come to my house for lunch. They left and went to their home. I haven't seen them then. I haven't seen them. We haven't spoken after that and everything. Then I received a letter or an affidavit coming from a society that my husband started 15, 20 years ago, to say they wanted their surname and they wanted me to be removed as a member of the society.
Wanted their surname. That's a first for me. I've never heard that before.
They said the person that is called Phume Khethang is no longer our family member. I've got that affidavit.
So they are like, I'm trying to get a word like
Yeah.
defaming you. Like,
can she
You are not
just?
related
why?
to them.
How does it affect them? How does your life affect them? And you carrying the surname of your late husband affect them? What's
And he paid for it. He paid for it. It was not a fat and set.
yes, this was your husband.
By law, by everything, if they believe in ancestors, by ancestors, by God. It was, anyway. So yeah, that was the last we spoke. I think that was about 2023 when I received that from the society to say, this is what they're saying. And we told them that we cannot because now he was our chairman. So now if he's gone as a founder, you are
The founder.
the founder unless you are saying to us you want out. I only left the society last year.
So, do you think it's maybe hurt just from being a mother, losing a son, or it goes way deeper? It's personal between you and her having not had a healthy relationship, or is it just trauma? Like, or does she genuinely believe you had anything to do with your husband's passing?
To be quite honest, Millie, at the moment I don't even know. I don't even know. Like I said, we had a great relationship until my father-in-law passed on. So from there, I had the conflict feeling. I was confused. Did you really genuinely like me, accepted me, or you were doing it for Ubaba? So now Ubaba is gone. Now we went back. There was a time where we didn't speak to each other. I didn't even go to their house for like 6 months. We had to do a reconciliation now. So it was not something small things that they were happening, something that they beg. And you're thinking, I don't need this. And remember, my husband was a pastor. And he's preaching peace, and yet in his own home there's no peace.
There's no peace. There's no unity between
There's
the
no
family.
unity between the
And I'm
family.
sure that
His
hurt
wife,
your husband.
It did.
These are two important women
It did
in his
badly.
life.
It did badly. It did. I remember at one time we even fought at the hospital. And he was like, guys, she is my wife. She's going nowhere. He was still alive. He could speak to say, can you stop? Can you just stop it, guys? Can you stop it? I haven't worked for 2 years. This woman has taken care of me. She's going nowhere. If she really, really didn't want me, she was going to leave me the minute I lost my job. But she stayed. I'm in private hospitals because of her. I've got the best doctors because of her. My own daughter is in a medical aid because of her, because I haven't been working for 2 years. But you don't see all that. So they never saw it. So I'm not sure, but mostly I think Umama, she has never lost a child. And as far as I know, my husband was her favorite.
Okay.
So she did not accept it,
Yeah, she was hurt.
that her son passed away. But the thing, what I didn't understand is you saw him, he got sick. You were given an opportunity to go, because I travel a lot with work. I remember at some point I was in Tanzania for like 14 days. She was there for me. She was there in the hospital for him every day. She saw him. She saw the struggle.
So there's nothing that you could have possibly done to contribute to that.
Yeah.
So why?
No.
But
Zero.
with all the stories that you've heard, I know you have a ministry that you started. You spoke about last time you were here. Ipodla, with all the widows that you have met and with all the stories that you've heard about, mother-in-laws and how they act when their sons pass away, right? Obviously the trauma that they go through losing a child. I mean, you've lost a child as well, but you don't behave like that. And
Exactly.
also, you are now two widows who should now be,
Yes.
I know your pain.
I was expecting that.
Yes. So for me, with everything that you've heard, I mean, how do you suggest people should go about it? Is there a method to this thing? How, from your experience, how do you think people should have acted? What's the way to go about it? Because we don't understand the trauma that you've been through, For someone who's just like, how? Like, what must happen? Because to cause pain on a wound.
Yo.
Eesh.
Millie, 2023, the entire year, I didn't mourn my husband. I was just busy fighting.
Yo.
I only started mourning in 2024 because it was fight after fight. Cars being taken away and being brought back. You want to remove your surname. It was a lot. And to widows out there, or even if you are not a widow as yet, I think you must know which family you're getting married into, who you're getting married to, and what this family is about.
Yeah.
Once you've got those three, I think you'll be fine. And to have your husband having your back
Yep.
Yes.
and have everything in black and
Yeah.
white.
Yes.
If my husband didn't have my back, I think I would have left that marriage long ago. But my husband chose me.
Ooh.
He chose me to say, in good and bad, you guys do not know this woman. I brought her into this family.
Yes.
So he chose me. So for the women out there, I want to say to you, know who you're getting married to and which family or what kind of a family you're getting married to. Know them. And when this happens, don't be some fellow guys. Don't be a stupid of a widow. When they say to you, you must sit down, yes, sit down to mourn. When they're trying to cover you with the blanket and everything, or when you're crying, khala ngehle lot. Because a lot happens. Because the minute that death certificate or that JD, whatever paper, gets into the wrong hands, you are destroyed for life.
Yo.
You might lose your husband's assets, your children's assets. So all the widows or preparing to get married or in the marriage, I'm not saying your husband will die first, but I'm saying if it happens that he dies first, do not be too friendly. Do not trust no one but yourself. Not even your children, especially with those two. Death certificate, ID, and that JD paper.
Yeah.
Do not.
Wow. And have things in black and white.
Do
assets.
not.
Protect those assets.
Do you know what? Yo, this your story. The society, once somebody's a widow, right? And I think it starts with how they want you to dress in black. And I know you briefly spoke about it in one of your interviews. So can we just talk about that and how the stigma of also just being a widow, how you get treated, how some people's perceptions are influenced because you're a widow, how people expect you to show up, to behave, how is it, because, in that world, and I believe you'll be a voice to so many. How is that and navigating life? Because nobody asks for that. You don't ask for
There's
it.
no
But
school for that.
no.
Can I be honest with you? I still say the inzila, ngesizulu sisibiza inzila. The black clothes, or they got green, they've got all the colors, some they've got sishweshwe, and I just feel it's just to oppress a woman. And in isiZulu, my understanding, I stand to be corrected, but my understanding was, if you are now wearing inzila, your husband has passed on, you wear this emakaya so that everyone knows now that she is mourning. She has no man. So now you become a charity case. Because everyone now, back in the day, everybody now must feed you. Induna or the king, the chief of that village.
They must look after you.
They must look after you. So everybody must look after you now because you've got no man in your
Live on
life.
handouts, and that's not nice.
Yes, that's not nice. And you wear this dress or this fast coat pinifa for like a year. So can you imagine? And back in the days, our great-grandmother, they didn't work. So they wear this. And then they
Imagine
are
walking around with that dark.
The worst part is now there are rules with this dress. You can't sit in front of people. You must sit right at the end. If you are in the bus, back then there's a bus and the train, you must sit against the wall so that no one's sitting behind. Because so that you're not going to spread the bad luck. Because now you are carrying a bad luck as a widow. You can't wash these clothes and they cannot be seen during the day. It must be washed only at night. Must be hang only at night. You only use one cup, one saucer, one plate. You can't be sharing things with people. You
What
can't
a
go to
painful
church.
life.
You can't go to church. You can't hlanganyela. You can't go to mikiti, the weddings. You can't. For a year, even if your daughter, your son is graduating or whatever, you can't do that. Traditionally.
That is so depressing.
So village by village, the laws
might be
differ.
different, yeah.
But that's what I know. After that, remember, back in the day also, the women, they didn't have houses, or the men, they didn't have houses. They were living with the mother-in-laws. They were living in the homestead. They were living a Kyle Cool. And the husband is in Joburg, is in Cape Town, is in Durban. So now the whole year, you're sitting with the squeezers, the in-laws, the mother-in-law.
1 year.
1 year, you still dress like that. Then the other Zulu people, they will say now, after a year, the younger brother, if you had an older brother or the middle brother, must marry you.
Yo, because you must stay within the family.
Thank you. Okay. Once that is done, if maybe that family does not practice that, then after that year, when you're cleansing now, you cleanse this, you burn these clothes that you've been wearing, they do the traditional things that they do. And then there's another year that you must take what they call imbiza. Now you're drinking this thing that must cleanse the blood, believe that it's cleansing the blood of, because you're intimate with this person.
Yeah.
So now, there's nyama. You're
Because
cleansing
they
the blood.
believe whoever you're gonna be with intimately is also gonna die.
Yes.
This
If
is
you don't
an
do that.
additional year.
Yes.
Hey.
It depends, as I said, it depends
Yeah.
village to
Yes,
village
yeah.
and family to family. But ngesizulu,
Hectic. So did
That's
you
a
follow all
lot.
the rules? Girl.
my father died 2,000 years ago. I was washed by his blood.
Come on.
I did wear the 3, for 3 months I wore the black clothes, but I was at work. I went to church. I wore them, but I went to church. I did everything that, because I still have to put food on the table.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I
yes,
was
yes.
seen on TV wearing them because that's who I am. I work in the hospitality industry. I went to work because now, can you imagine for whole 3 months, where's the salary gonna come from? Now I'm individual. I'm a single
one.
mom.
Yes.
I'm one. I must pay all for all this. How am I gonna pay for it? So I did not. But I did wear the clothes
Yeah. So
just out of respect.
out of respect, sure, yeah. I guess, some people say that there's no way to mourn. Everybody just mourns their own way because every situation is different.
different,
Every
yeah.
person is different.
We can all be 3 widows, but
Yeah.
the situations are different.
Completely
experiences.
different.
different. Sure, no, I respect that. So I want to go back a little bit on the first time you came onto our podcast and you spoke about the calling that you have, which is, I think, the reason why that trended so much. Uthi, here's a pastor's wife. Yeah.
Yes.
Here's a pastor's wife who has a calling to be a sangoma, a traditional calling, and it went on to follow you onto the show, and it went on. I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was
It was taking forever
it was
to
taking
end.
forever, and some people still believe that, nope, Phume is still stuck up in that calling.
She's confused or
She's
whatever.
confused, and I'm sure recently when you also got ordained, they're like, how? Is this the Sangoma pastor's wife, and now she's a pastor? Like, what's happening? So what's the update with that?
The update with that, and I will always say this, 28 years ago, I got saved. I do not care who says what. I'm a new creature. I don't care who says what. I am not confused. I know who I am in Christ. Christ living in me is engraved in my heart. So whoever wants to believe what they want to believe. I know people, they say, oh, whatever, that all the mishap that are happening in her life because she left Ubungoma. That's fine. Keep that information for yourself. But I only know this, that some things God allows them to happen in your life.
Yeah.
Because he wants to bring you closer to him.
Yes.
If he can say he will make inhliziyo kaFaro ibe mkhuni, It shows that he can allow other things to happen.
Yes.
So I'm not fazed about what people know about my past. Is their opinion. There's nothing I can do about that. I brought it out to the public. They can say whatever they want to say. It's not going to change who I am in Christ and who Christ is in me. I got ordained officially
Yay!
October 2025 after serving for 10 years under the Bishop Tombeni at Calvary Bible Church International, KwaThema. I finally got ordained and I graduated also. Diploma in theology.
Wow.
Yes.
So I'm doing my degree now, starting in June, in theology. So
Wow.
keep your past in your past.
Look at God.
Look
Hey,
at God.
Look at God. I know Ino took a video when you were getting ordained. She just took clips for me. It was so emotional.
It was very
so
emotional.
emotional. You know, like when you were just walking in the church, like you're also so emotional. I was like,
I
yo,
was.
Phume, you're just reflecting on everything.
Yes, I was.
You know how far God has brought you.
Yes, I was.
And now here you are on the pulpit. I mean, your husband was a pastor, and now you are a pastor now. So mad, like so much has happened, and I'm like, one woman, I staring shame.
You know, Millie, when I was walking in, it was okay when we were preparing and everything, but 2 weeks prior to all that, I was having a lot of incidents. Giza best.
My attack.
Like the attacks, and it was all about izinto ezinogesi phakathi. I remember the gate falling onto my car. My car broke down. I will have like my tire burst while I'm driving on the highway. It was, I couldn't even buy something new to wear because every cent I had to fix things that were happening in the house. So when I was walking down, I said to myself, God, who am I to you that you care so much about me? And I know people that are throwing stones. I know people, they never expected this. And you know, when you're walking down, you don't see who's in, who's attending, and then you look around, you're thinking you're going to see your family. I see none. I see none. I've got 42 cousins.
Yo.
None of my cousins. And they were invited in March.
But why?
My aunts in Soweto, Rhodoport, none. Only my friends were there.
What?
Only my friends were there.
I mean, why? Such a big milestone, such a
That's when I
huge
realized,
move.
but that's when I realized to say there are families when you are now an orphan, to them you are no one. Or when you are being successful, you are no one, because they never expected God to turn you around in that manner. Remember, I've never shy away about the life I've lived before. So they never expected, especially when my first marriage failed. It was a shock for them to say I got married. Now it failed. Yeah, that's who she is. You understand? That's who she is. And God said, no, I have chosen this one. I don't use the already polished. I want the dirty ones.
Come on
so that
now.
the dirty one can go out there and tell people about me. So God says, here's another marriage. And when my husband passed, everybody was like, I wonder how she's going to live. Her hubby's gone. She's got no mom. And remember, I came from a family, we are not wealthy, but I had everything that I wanted. My parents gave me everything that they had. They worked hard. No one. I think that's what, I only had my granddaughter with me. Because my 3 sons, they're working in the retail, so they couldn't get off. And it was okay.
How cute. Listen, you
That
talk
was a
about
day.
counting your blessing.
18
That little one blessing over there.
Yeah. And she got
She was
the oil when they were
representing
sprinkling the
Sada.
oil. She got the oil also.
baby.
And she, even today, she always she says to me,
Yeah.
she calls me Pastor Khethang when she's
okay,
naughty.
okay,
She's like,
baby.
Pastor Khethang. And I'm like,
Okay,
Azania,
sweetie.
why are you calling me Pastor Khethang? And she's like, or when she's naughty and I'm reprimanding you, she's like, Ukushiyile umoya oyingcwele.
Oh, baby. I think you got your match there. You see your
I got
feistiness.
myself there.
It's there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
myself.
yourself. You got yourself. You got yourself.
I had no one. I think that's
Sure.
why I was too emotional. But when I looked around, I saw my friends. And I was like, there's Ino, there's Nolu, there's Nangamso, Nonku, Dombi, oh, Peggy.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made me strong.
I mean, it's a big
And the
moment.
pastors, they came. Oh, the past. I did not know that there are so many pastors that they're behind me that much.
Yeah.
The Mazias were there. I remember when I looked at them, she was sick. She just came out of hospital, but she was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, them kisses, you know, them banners.
Got a big support system.
You
So
have a
people came
solid-
out.
Yeah.
So I was hurt that my family wasn't there, but I remember that God says, I want you and I want you alone.
Yeah.
So I just reflected on Abraham and I was like, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Multiply me.
Yes.
Take me where you
Come
want to take me.
Ooh.
It is okay. I'm here to work for you. Yeah.
And I know for sure as your friend that you are so sold out to Jesus. Like literally, like I have no doubt with your faith and your belief and the church that you're in now. You've been in that church for forever. You loyal, you committed.
You're
I
so
do.
loyal.
You there every Sunday.
I do.
You know, I mean, I was just like, this kind of commitment.
I love it.
You know, you love. Like, and every progress, she'll show you, this is what we did at church. You know, this is what, and I'm just like, wow. You know, I know how much you love God, and I'm so glad that God is showing up for you.
No, He
You
is.
know,
Yeah.
and
Oh, He
even when you
is.
got ordained, I was like, there's no better person to get ordained because you just that woman of God, and you've remained consistent, you know, with the way that you love God and how you've just continuously grown and how you've been unashamed of the gospel, and you work so proud and loud to be ordained. So may the good God continue to bless you and
Thank you
use
so much.
you as you continue to touch lives. You know, we look forward to seeing you more on television because you're an amazing TV personality.
Yes.
You know,
Producers, are you listening?
please, producers, do something, you know. So you are a phenomenal woman. May God continue to bless you.
so
Before
much.
you go, please tell us where we can get your book. I think that's the reason you're here, because I think you've told your story before, but I love the fact that you told other aspects that we did not know. And we continue to learn from your story, and people love you, you know, but you wrote it all in a book. I'm sure it was really hard just reliving
Yeah, it was.
everything. But where can people get your book, and why do they need to get this book?
Why do you need to get this book? Just to, because there are people that they don't really watch the podcast, the TV. They don't-
Yes.
but they read the books.
Yes.
So I wrote this book for people that they read, so that they can read and they can reflect, and they can be healed, and they can they can learn to say, yes, I'm not a widow yet, but these are the things, some of the things that I've mentioned here to look out to.
Yes.
And yes, if this woman gone through that and she's still standing, that means I can do it. So for me, it's for me to heal. And I am so excited that this episode, I don't even shed a tear.
I'm so proud of
for
you.
me, so for me, it's I have really, really healed.
I just see her blinking with her lashes like this.
You know?
Like,
I'll
I'm
be like-
just become like, yes, for me.
Yes, and
you can
it's
do
like
this.
I can do this. I have healed, so I
Oh,
want a
so
widow out there to
beautiful.
heal, and I want the widow out there to know that she is not alone, because not everyone speak up.
Yes.
So I've decided to be a voice of the voiceless, with my truth, and my truth alone. But it's not only my truth, but somebody else living my truth, but they can't say anything. It's either because they feel oppressed, or I don't know. And maybe for me again, it's because I don't have the children in this family. So I'm not scared of saying my children, they can't go there. I'm
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
So
Those things contribute, yeah.
so for me now, I am done.
Yes. Nothing is binding
Phume,
you.
you
to
are
them,
like-
yeah.
No, I'm done.
Don't owe. you
No, I don't
nobody
owe them
nothing.
any apology. They don't owe me anything. We're done. We are people that now will live on this earth that are all created by God. Am I angry at them? Not anymore. And I said
Beautiful.
2 weeks ago, I was a speaker at AFM. I said, if they can walk in here, I will embrace them because I miss them. I do miss them.
Sure.
Remember, there's the only family that I have in the East
Yes.
Rand. When everyone goes to family gatherings. And we used to have those. So I miss them. I do. I do miss my mother-in-law. I do miss the love that she once showed me. Was it true? Was it not? But in me, I want to believe it was genuine.
Yes,
I do miss her. At some point, I heard she was not well, and because I'm a Zulu girl, I know that I should be taking care of her.
Sure.
That's how I'm raised. But there's nothing we can do. Am I angry? No, I'm not. Not anymore. Am I bitter? No. I'm just telling the story as it is. So for whoever that is out there, the widow, just know that you need to heal and know the right doors to knock at. Because I mentioned all that to say there are people that they don't know what HR is. They don't know what pension fund is. Their husband's assets, it's been chowed by companies, by side chicks, because they don't know where to go. So in the book, we've got all that to say, Bodla, we're saying the doors are open as a widow because now Bodla is divided into 5. So we have added the element of widowhood, where we're saying we are here to help you. We don't help you in a way that we finance you or anything. We help you to say this is a door that you must go to. Home affairs,
Knowledge,
this,
information.
and this. Get the
Yes.
information, and we help you to get the information and everything else that you do for yourself. So that's what we're doing. And for me to heal. Yes, it was painful to write it because I relived. I think I stopped about 6 months. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore because it has everything from the beginning. Getting divorced, getting married, miscarriages, losing my son. It has everything. Meeting my new husband, my mom passing. So I had to relive all that. It was painful to say, Kanti, I've gone through so much. How? But then I remember 2 Timothy 17. God stood with me. But God stood with me. He's still standing with me.
Amen.
So you can get the book from bodlaletstalk@gmail.com.
Awesome.
Or you can check me out, Phume Sibisi Khethang, all social media networks.
All. Wow. And she reads
I'm
her
big on
DMs.
TikTok. I love TikTok.
You love
really?
TikTok?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
do.
she does like TikTok. She posts.
do.
Hey? She really does. And Facebook, though. You
Yeah,
post.
Facebook, yeah, but Facebook, the office post. But TikTok, I do my post, and then I get told, take that one down. Mr. says, take that one down. I'm like, why? It's funny. I'm like, no. And I'm like, but everybody knows I'm not that serious, Mfundisi. I'm a new era Mfundisi.
Yeah.
I don't take myself serious. So please don't take me that serious. Just show me some respect.
Sometimes you just want to have fun. You
Let me just
know?
have fun, you know?
There's no
Just a
harm
little.
there.
As long as I'm not offending anyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Which you never do.
No, I don't.
No, you
No,
don't.
I don't
No,
offend
you're a
people.
happy spirit, please.
No.
Guys, all the details for the book will be linked on the description box below. And yeah, please support her ministry. Booker, I know you take speaking engagements as well, ne?
Yes.
And preaching.
Yeah.
Who's that? It's a lot.
There's a lot.
It's a lot.
Please, just whatever. Just
Who
please.
wouldn't want to hear her story? So
Yeah.
please do book her. We're going to put all the details in the description box below.
Yes.
Wow, what an amazing episode. I really enjoyed this one. We hope you did
Yeah.
too. We look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below.
For myself, Millicent.
And to myself, Innocent, and Pastor Phume Khethang.
Yay. Thank you so much for having me, ladies.
Bye.